I'm in the ministry program.
How long have you been in that now?
This is my first year.
Oh, your first year? I'm in the mental health program, and it's my first year. I'm in my second semester.
Oh, good. How'd you find the admissions process?
It was so easy. I was so nervous. Just nervous being a grown adult going back to school. And when I made that phone call, they were so pleasant and so nice. And they made me feel like I was at home, as opposed to being a number or, you know, did you get all of your paperwork in and the pages and pages of applications. I didn't experience that at all.
The location was really close to me, so it was very convenient. The admissions process was such a simple process.
It was.
It was basically one visit, one application, and then all of a sudden I was starting school, so it was really, really facilitated my continuing education process.
Exactly. And then how is this different than you thought it would be?
Well, I thought it was going to be, you know, a typical classroom setting, but they stress, especially in the commercials, about the Christian foundations, but they actually do emphasize that here, which is a big, big part of why I enjoy this experience.
I did too. I thought about going to UCF for years. I really did. I had probably applied 3 or 4 times and then just kind of backed off. And from the time I started the process here, started it and was in classes the next month.
And it wasn't just because I was in the ministry program, because there's obviously some non-major courses that I needed to take to fulfill that requirement that are still Christian based, which I thought was fantastic.
Oh, great.
The teachers are great, the classroom sizes are perfect.
They are.
Great interaction. Scheduling is great. I was really concerned about that with my work schedule being as erratic as it is, but they have accommodated nicely.
You work during the day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do too. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and I thought, oh, I'm going to be so overwhelmed. I have 2 kids at home too.
Right, and I also thought that the 4-hour time block at night would be just tedious and treacherous, but it was actually very enjoyable.
I agree.
I look forward to those classes twice a week.
Me too, it's the best part of my day. You don't tell
it's
my
actually
kids
going
that.
by very, very quickly too, so I'm going to be done next year with my ministry degree, and then I'm kind of thinking, what do I do from here? But I like this place so much that I might continue into the master's program. So
wonderful. I'm in the master's program now, and it's just been so nice. And the cohort that I have, the group of people that I go along throughout the whole process, it's like we're already family.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The bonds you make here, I think, are so much different than if you were to go to a big university.
Absolutely. There's a couple students in my class that started in the first class with me that we now actually run a Bible study together with.
Wow.
Become really good friends, and that Bible study group has grown. It's been a phenomenal experience. So these friendships are going to last forever. I know it.
I agree.
So it is definitely a tight-knit school, tight-knit students, and the teaching atmosphere is perfect. The professors are great. In the ministry program specifically, a lot of them are former pastors, so you know they speak from experience, and it's been truly a blessing. So.
I've been telling all of my friends, if you've ever thought about it, or if you've been thinking about going back to school, do it. Because I wish I had did it. I wish I had done it years ago. Because it was just, I don't know what fear was standing in my way, whether it was age or commitments or responsibilities, but it has just been
It's always taking the first step, because you think, oh my gosh, this might be a tedious process, do I have the time? But it's actually been a very enjoyable, rewarding experience. I have a friend of mine whose wife wants to study ministry, and I told her about the program. She could just see how happy I was about it. So now she's thinking about it, but she's a little bit skeptical as to the process, and I told her it was very, very easy, and she said, well, you seem to be having a good time. I said, it's not only educational, but it's just an unbelievably fun time as well.
I like the way that I'm not only feeding my mind, but I'm feeding my spirit as well.
Absolutely.
And that's, I think, the best part, to be able to get so much from just going to one place.
That's a good thing about spreading the classes out too, because you get that church on Sunday, then class on Monday and Thursday, and you get renewed in the spirit every 2 or 3 times a week. It's a nice thing.
Exactly. As I was telling my friends, how easy the process is and how much it's changed my life. I'm going in the mental health counseling program, and just learning about how to be a counselor has really changed my perspective about how I deal with everybody in my life. My friends, my family, my work. And I can see myself evolving and growing with every class. It's amazing.
And the Christian foundation in the university is very, very exciting. It's also very spiritually grounded. I really like that. And when I get home from class, I talk about my classes to my wife, and she's interested too, and she says, well, maybe I want to study that. And I'm like, well,
Sure.
both of us going at the same night with a child, I don't know, we could
Yeah.
probably work around that, but
Have to switch classes.
it's just infectious in a way, so
It is.
it's definitely a nice experience.
Not tedious. You
Nope,
think
not at
about,
all.
oh my gosh, I have all this homework to do. I never feel that overwhelmed.
It's also
with
homework that
questions.
you want to do now.
Exactly.
I think for a lot of people, especially my personal experience, a lot of people wanting to go back and either finish their degree or continue in education, they think about, oh gosh, papers again, reading again, but when you're at this stage in life, it's more, and you're a little bit more mature, not to say anything against the students who are just starting, because this is perfect for them too, but you want to study, you want to learn, you realize your purpose for being here, and you realize that those papers and the readings are going to enrich you, so you do them because you know they're going to benefit you, rather than doing them just because you have to do them.
And
So,
it's funny that you mentioned that about the age. In my program, we have a span of probably 30 years from students' ages, from kids who are, people who've left right from college and are coming back after their kids have grown up and gone
Right.
away. And it's just such a rich environment.
my first class, actually, there was a girl in there that said, I said I graduated from high school in 1987. She said, oh, my mother graduated in 1987 from high school. And I said, and at that point I said, oh geez, what an age gap. But it actually, the classes flow perfectly. There's no discrimination as far as age or whatnot, and as far as conversation or not. Everybody gets along great. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Everybody contributes, and it's a learning.
It makes us feel youthful.
Exactly. It does. It really does.